Yes, my viewers and subscribers, you know the right thing to do before we get into this review. Please hit that like button, leave a comment in the comment section. For my new viewers, hit that subscribe button, turn on your post notification for your latest news and reviews.
I don't think this particular organization, this was not a church. This was a cult that's completely separate from what churches do and Christian organizations do. One of the issues that we have to be very concerned about is why is it that there are so many cultish and cultic activities within our nation? The issue of cult is not just only based to religious or even spiritual things. Anytime there is a connection to a personality or individual where there is separation, and those things are cultish. There are 7 signs, typical signs of a cult. Number 1 is a cult opposes critical thinking. They don't allow or want their members to think for themselves. Number 2, a cult isolate members and would penalize them if they leave. Number 3, they emphasize a special doctrine outside of Scripture. Number 4, they seek inappropriate loyalty from their members. So there's the sense of loyalty to the man. Another sign of a cult is when they try to disconnect people from their family unit. Another one is crossing biblical boundaries for sexual activity, and also separation from the church. Why is it that so many of our people would be led astray by one man? There is an issue within us, among us, that we need to talk about in terms of knowledge of the word, understanding the scripture, being accountable to one another. Remember, we're living in a country also, that has perpetuated a belief that a man is deity, is God. Haile Selassie is God. So there's something that we need to deal with in terms of just accepting beliefs of individuals without.
A Hanover woman who was among the congregants at the Pathways International Kingdom Restoration Ministries in Paradise, St. James on Sunday when deadly violence erupted is now emotionally drained after realizing how close she came to death. The woman, whose family has asked that her name not be published, told the Gleaner that she has been a member of the religious group for over a year and was contacted on Saturday and instructed to dress in white garments for her visit to the church on Sunday. She was also told to prepare herself to be cleansed, as some members of the congregation will be traveling on a heavenly journey, as an ark would be coming for them at 9:30 a.m. on Monday. I thought the term that those are cleansed would be received and the ark was just a biblical term, and I never dreamt that it was actually our leader who was going to be taking our lives through sacrifice, the now remorseful woman said. A number of the sisters were very happy and anxious to be among those who were to be cleansed, but we never knew that we were going to be murdered. She told the Gleaner that when she arrived at the location on Sunday afternoon, church leaders had gathered around and were calling upon members of the congregation one at a time as a ritual was underway to determine who was worthy of boarding the ark. Those who found themselves lucky were placed to one side, while some who he said needed to be cleansed were placed by ourselves, she added. They would be in for a rude awakening, she said, as a senior figure in the church took hold of one of the congregants and began cutting her throat. Everybody frightened when him cut the first lady throat. Then he moved to a man in front of me and cut him throat too, the woman claimed, adding that she wet herself when she realized she was next in line. Me nearly dropped down. However, she said that before he came over to her, He removed some tubes from a man who had recently been discharged from hospital, causing blood to splash all over. Everybody start run for them life. And same time, me see one of the leader them with a shotgun like the one the guard them use on the Brinks armored truck. And me hear when the gun fire. But all me want know say is that me run as fast as me could go, she said, adding that efforts were made to stop them from escaping. According to the woman, she was one of the first persons who fled, jumping over a wall into a yard, where she begged a call to tell her mother what happened. Up to now, me can't believe how close me come for dead left my little daughter, she said. When asked if she would return to the church, it would reopen, the woman responded, no, emphatically. Investigators probing double murder at the Pathways Ministries are reviewing information that before her throat was cut, church member Tanika Gardner had made moves to make church leader Kevin Smith the beneficiary on her life insurance policy. Ms. Gardner had taken steps to remove her son and her mother as beneficiaries on her life insurance policy. She had reportedly asked that Smith, who was her controversial religious leader, be installed as the beneficiary. It's understood that the process of adjusting the beneficiary on Miss Gardner's life insurance policy was far advanced but may not have been completed prior to her sudden murder. The church gathering was stunned on Sunday evening when Gardner was among two people whose throats were slashed allegedly by loyalists of Smith. The leader of the Pathways International Ministries remained in custody this morning. He is being held on reasonable suspicion of conspiracy to commit murder. Yesterday, Smith accompanied the police to several properties in St. James which he owns, including a mansion where detectives moved to carry out a search. Smith had ordered members of the church to attend the gathering of the religious cult on Sunday, while dressed in all white. He also reportedly directed church members not to carry their mobile phone inside the church, which is based in Albion St. James. Meantime, the police intensified their investigation. A video of Smith declaring himself to be a king and demanding monetary contributions from his church members is raising eyebrows in several circles. The self-styled His Excellency Kevin Smith. Tanika Gardner became so bewitched by her cultish pastor that she tried to remove her son and mother from her life insurance policy, making Dr. Kevin O. Smith her beneficiary. Smith had the power to get his congregation to fund his luxurious lifestyle, and the 39-year-old woman who was sacrificed during the Ark ritual at the Pathways International Restoration would climb mountains to satisfy his lavish taste. Gardner reportedly signed the documents making Smith beneficiary just over a year ago. Her father, Septimus Gardner, confirmed to the Gleaner on Wednesday, stating that on Tuesday when he visited her employer's Appliance Traders Limited ATL, he was told of the development. He could not tell the sum of insurance policy on the life of his daughter, but said that as soon as he learned about it, he went straight to the police and made a report. Gardner said he spoke with Detective Inspector Radcliffe Solan of the Area 1 Major Investigation Division. The policeman confirmed the report but would not give the Gleaner any additional information. However, other police sources more forthcoming, stating that Gardner did not turn over the insurance to her spiritual leader, but there were some errors on the document. so the policy remains in her mother and son's name. And Gardner also confirmed this. Nothing that on Wednesday morning he received a call from ATL informing him that the change did not go through and that it was a misunderstanding. As soon as I learned that she turned over the insurance to him, the first thought that came to mind was that's why she was killed. He said even if the policy did not go through, he is concerned that the pastor was trying something but him never get it. Her employer, he said, added that it was too early to determine if her funeral expenses would come from the policy. They say it is too early. We have to get death certificate and it's a process that it will have to go through. According to Gardner, he was involved in his daughter's life when she was alive. I am the one who took care of her when she was growing up, and I feel bad about her death. He blames the cultish practices at the Pathways International for his daughter's demise, admitting that he went there once and was so turned off by Smith's behavior he never returned. The Gleaner understands that Tanika Gardner recently accessed $400,000 at a loan shark financial institution to support her leader. I told her that that church was not real, just by the way the pastor operated. No pastor no behave so. My sister's daughter was there with her mom, who was in a wheelchair, and she pushed her mother to the altar to get healing. By the time the girl they push up her mother, him start to carry on, curse the girl. So me say, no, pastor not supposed to behave like that. He recounted. He said Smith knew nothing about the young woman, who was about 14 or 15 at the time. Gardner said he never stepped back inside that church. Nothing that he was perplexed that his daughter became so engrossed in the leader, but I tried to talk her out of it, he said. He said he witnessed Smith taking up his own collection and told the people how much money they could take to church. At age 63, Gardner said he has never witnessed anything similar to what he saw at Pathways International, and he has been to many churches. I just couldn't convince my daughter. Tanika Gardner grew up in a Baptist church. She was one of 3 persons who died on the Pathways International compound in Paradise on Sunday. Her throat was slit, reportedly as part of a ritual. Another member was also stabbed by members of the church, and a 3rd person was shot by the police when he attacked them with a knife. A woman whose son was killed inside the Pathways International Kingdom Restoration Ministries on Sunday night is accusing the church of fooling him that he would receive a kidney. Sharon Parkins, 58, the mother of Michael Scott Brown, 38, who was stabbed and shot during an alleged sacrificial ritual, is calling for justice to be served against the pastor Kevin O. Smith and his followers. Parkins said that Brown, her eldest child, was a former employee of Versier at the Songsters International Airport in Montego Bay and was suffering from kidney disease. The last time I talked to him was one day in last week. Parkins said him sick with him kidney and did admit in a Cornwall Regional Hospital, and me did a look say if him dead it would be because him kidney fail him. Me never did a look for them kill him at the very same church that him go. Brown leaves behind a 12-year-old daughter. Parkins said he was told that he left hospital without permission because the pastor allegedly promised to get him a new kidney. Sunday evening, him get a phone call say he must come up at the church, so him discharge himself out of hospital and go up there, she said. Me used to go or the church, but after me see how the pastor a spin round people and they spit in a them face. So me say, no sir, this can't right. So me no bother go back there. Parkin said she was told that when Brown got to the compound, the pastor told him that he was of unclean blood and was not ready to go on the ark. She said that she was told that her son still had the hospital tubes in his body, but Smith dragged them out. I hear that when my son see him do that, him turn and try to run, and them run him down and stab him in a him neck and shoot him in a him back, she stated. She also stated that despite hearing about the incident on the news, she never knew that her own son was among the victims. She was about to file a missing persons report when she got the sad news. Brown's sister, Petrina Malcolm, said he was a kind, loving, and caring individual who never deserved to die in that manner. He was the basic, though kind of older brother who encourages me to read my Bible, learn the 10 Commandments, encourage me to go to school, study, and always tell me to save. She said, I am feeling very bad, nauseous. I feel very angry that he was killed in that manner, and person like Pastor Smith must rot in prison. Malcolm said she also attended the church but said Smith gave her a creepy feeling.